Hi, and welcome to Terial Arts with Terry. I'm Terry McFeely, creator of Terial Magic, the spray-on fabric stabilizer that makes fabric easy. Easy because it takes the stretch out of bias and knits, making your fabric more paper-like, stable, and fray-free. Terial Magic is for all fabrics: cottons, knits, wools, silks, and even some polyesters. I would recommend, though, with polyesters, test them, because if the Terial Magic is not absorbed, it won't do its magic. Terial Magic is all natural, non-toxic, and safe. It does not gunk up your needles or machines the way some fusibles can. Terial Magic also washes out, but if you wish to leave it in, bugs won't eat it, not like regular starches. In fact, Terial Magic is very easy to wash out. I like to either just soak it for 10 minutes in warm water and rinse, or toss it in my laundry. Treating your fabric with Terial Magic is easy. We have several videos out on this right now, but I plan on making another one very soon. So sign up for my YouTube channel so that you'll be posted on all new videos I have coming out. On to stabilizers. Grrr. Are you ever confused or mystified about what stabilizer to use for any certain project? Or do you have a drawer full of stabilizers, never knowing which one is the best to use for any certain project? Well, that would be me until now. Now, Terial Magic is my go-to for all my sewing projects. The only time I ever use a traditional stabilizer now is if I'm interfacing a collar or a facing for garment sewing. Terial Magic your fabric for all your sewing projects. Let me walk you through my favorite uses for Terial Magic, and stay on till the end where you can download a list of uses for your own use for all future projects. Let's get started. Terial Magic your fabric for machine embroidery. Just think how easy it'll be to just hoop your Terial Magic fabric. That's right, no more second stabilizers to have to match and hoop. No more waste with cutaways. No more forever hard and stiff fusibles. When you Terial Magic your fabric, it takes the stretch out of knits and bias so that no other stabilizer is needed, and it washes out if so desired. Notice how even the stitches are? It took the stretch out, and notice there's no backing. Here's the same embroidery that's been done. It's stretchy now because it's been washed, but notice the stitches did not collapse, and there's no itchy backing. Here's the same embroidery done with a traditional stabilizer. You can see the shadow lines, plus it has the itchy backing. Here's a woven I did. You can see the stitches are beautiful. They're even. There's no itchy backing. There's no shrinkage, no puckers. It's beautiful. And here are a couple more t-shirt embroideries that I did. I do a lot of t-shirts for my granddaughters, and I just want to show you again. It took the stretch out of the fabric. It's still in the fabric. There's no traditional stabilizers, no puckering, no itchiness. Just beautiful embroidery. Terial Magic your fabric for t-shirt quilting. Imagine not having to press expensive, time-consuming fusibles to all of your t-shirts. No more heavy and stiff t-shirt quilts. When you Terial Magic your fabric, it becomes stretch-free and sews and presses like wovens. It pieces beautifully, seams press flawlessly open, and it quilts without puckers, pleating, or warping. This princess quilt is pieced using both t-shirt fabric and woven. I think you can see them both here. And also, when I did my free motion quilting, it quilted like they were all the same. And now, once it's been finished, it's been washed, it's a soft, supple t-shirt quilt, not hard and stiff. Here's some piecing I did for a memory quilt, and as you can see, this is actually a stretch velour. This here is a flannel, and then these are just regular t-shirt knits. They cut beautifully, they piece very easily, and then if you look at the back, look how they press. They press open like they're all wovens, no puckers, and then once it's washed, they all go back to the natural fabrics that they were in the beginning. Terial Magic your fabric for clean raw edge applique. Terial Magic treated fabric is fray-free, cuts like paper, and sews evenly onto Terial Magic background fabric. Top stitching near the edge, zigzag stitching, or free motion stitching all work beautifully when you use Terial Magic treated fabric. This is a printed fabric that I did. I cut and then I appliqued it on using a blanket stitch. Terial Magic can be left in fabric to keep it looking taut and freshly pressed. Unlike starch, bugs won't eat it. It's safe to leave in. Or to soak it out in 10 minutes, you can also launder it if so desired. Terial Magic your fabric for reverse applique. Layering two contrasting fabrics is super easy and clean when you Terial Magic your fabric. Stitching your design is also smooth and so easy to cut away the top layer. A decorative stitch was used here when creating this design shape. I love this look. Terial Magic your fabric for thread painting. Thread painting is where you lower your feed dogs on your machine and free motion stitch over printed fabric designs or on top of cut applique shapes. Terial Magic fabric is stable, non-stretchy, your stitching is smooth, no puckers, even with heavy stitching. Here's a three-dimensional quilt I made using a couple of thread painting techniques. Here is a little fairy that I appliqued on using the thread painting technique. Her hair is also adorned with variegated threads. You can see the stones here are enhanced with thread painting, and there's some little moss here with the green. Thread painting adds dimension and color to your quilts. Here are some more thread painted techniques. This is an applique on a scarf. This is an Alexander Henry fabric that was treated as well as the scarf. They layer beautifully and stitch perfectly. I like to free motion back and forth around the edges about 3 times, which gives a hand-drawn feel to the stitching. I love wearing these scarves. Terial Magic your fabric for inkjet and laser printing. Print on any fabric that is printer compatible. Just cut the Terial Magic treated fabric to print paper size and load into your printer. Print with the right side down unless you want to print on the wrong side of the fabric, or I should say, the back side. There's no need for freezer paper and no need for special printable fabrics. Make sure your printer uses permanent ink if you want it to be colored fast. Then once printed, heat set it with a medium hot iron right on the printing to make sure that your printing is color fast. This photo block was printed onto white cotton fabric and trimmed with Terial Magic treated fabric. The printing is really exquisite. You can also print a design onto white cotton fabric that you cut and create your own custom quilt block. As you have seen here, this is something I appliqued, but I cut these butterflies and ribbons from a fabric that I created on my computer and printed onto this fabric. This flannel was treated with Terial Magic. I printed the hearts right onto the fabric along with the instructions for the class to make these little stuffed hearts to make a mobile. So cute. Terial Magic your fabric for electronic cutting. Terial Magic fabric mats just like paper without the need for fusibles that dull your knives. Terial Magic is perfect for all your electronic cutters. Cricut, Silhouette, Janome Edge, Scan and Cut, just to name a few. Your designs easily pull away from the mat without any fraying. Isn't that beautiful? Always make sure your mat is good and tacky, or use a repositional adhesive to the back of your fabric before cutting. The better the adhesion, the better the cut. Here are a couple of cut examples. Notice the perfectly smooth edges that don't fray. Electronic cutters allow you to cut intricate shapes that are impossible to do by hand with scissors. Terial Magic your fabric for die cutting. Terial Magic fabric cuts like paper to give you a clean, fray-free cut in your die cutter. Cricut, Sizzix, AccuCut, they all work beautifully. Save time by cutting multiple layers at once. Enjoy cutting shapes for quilts perfectly that sew together evenly because they are exact cuts, fray-free and paper-like. See how beautifully the 1/4 inch fold turns and presses down? Terial Magic your fabric for 3D flowers, 3D quilts, and costumes. I created Terial Magic for making these beautiful realistic 3D flowers, not realizing at the time all the other ways people were going to be using Terial Magic. The patterns are easy to make with well-illustrated instructions and ideas. Terial Magic makes cottons, silk, wool, and any other natural fiber have a firm hand for distinctive 3D effects on all your fabric art. Terial Magic your fabric for stamping, markers, and fabric painting. It's perfect for scrapbooking and more. Add vibrant texture and depth to any paper craft by using Terial Magic and fabric. Stamp and marker inks will still penetrate the fabric, yet the Terial Magic helps to restrict the bleed. This test stamp here is using markers only to color in the girl. On this little applique I went ahead and stamped different fabrics and then appliqued them onto this background fabric and color enhanced it with markers. I love stamping to create these little mini fat quarters to create this little mini quilt. Once finished, heat set your permanent inks with a medium hot iron to make them color fast. Terial Magic treated fabric is perfect for fabric painting. Here are some examples of these little butterflies that were painted on a cotton fabric. And then the artist also did some stitching to further enhance the beauty of these butterflies. Fabric card and postcard making with Terial Magic. I love to Terial Magic novelty fabrics, then cut them out and use for cards and postcards. I also Terial Magic the background fabric so that they sew together flawlessly, and then I either applique with a machine stitch or I use a fabric glue to finish these cute little cards. Beautiful. Here's a little birthday card that I did that actually has tiny mini bunting made, and then there's a ruffle that was stitched and gathered by hand, and then an accordion fold for the cupcake base. Terial Magic your fabric for any fabric paper craft art. Fabric doesn't tear, lasts longer than paper, and adds depth and texture to enhance any paper crafting project. Make these little treasures with fabric origami from your favorite batik or cotton fabrics. This is a perfect little origami for beginners from a 4x4 inch square. This angel is a little more intricate, and it started with an origami dress. Then I created the wings. This is a little button face, and then of course I put on the hair and the halo. This is a little happy coat that I made. I just wanted to show different examples of origami, and this makes a perfect bookmark. You just slide your paper right in this corner, or your page right in the corner, and it's adorable. Treating your fabric with Terial Magic so that you can do decorator stitches from your sewing machine is great. Here is a knit that I did, and it's kind of a Zen tango design, whereas I outlined the entire design and filled it in with different decorative stitches from my machine. Woo, that was great. I am going to be creating new videos on all these uses in detail. Plus, I will be interviewing teachers and artists so that they can share their use of Terial Magic. So sign up for the YouTube channel, my YouTube channel, Terial Arts, so that you'll be notified of all these new videos. And visit TerialMagic.com, where you can find new inspirations with free downloads, plus you can shop for all the products you've seen, plus more. And if you would, please like this video. It helps my Google ratings and I would be thrilled. The Terial Magic uses, the list that I spoke about, the free download, it's in the comments below. And while you're there, leave me a comment. I would love to know what you use your Terial Magic on, or what you would like to see more of on the next videos. This has been great. Thanks for watching and enjoy your craft.